I would like to emphasize that drug-resistant bacteria are a very serious problem in Thailand and around the world. It is important for everyone to understand the situations and collaborate to fight the problem. Not just the healthcare personnel, but everyone in general population needs to help. Hello, my name is Pattarachai Kiratisin. I'm a professor of microbiology at the Faculty of Medicine Siriraj Hospital, Mahidol University. One of my research interests is about the antibiotics and drug resistance in bacteria. Drug-resistant bacteria have been a public and healthcare problem for decades. The situation will get worse if we do not do something right now. The United Nations has estimated that nearly 1 million people have died each year from drug-resistant bacteria, and it could be as high as 10 million deaths a year by 2050. Almost half of the deaths will be from Asia. This will have a huge negative impact not only for healthcare system, but also the world economy. In Thailand, we also have a serious issue on drug resistance. The better way to deal with this problem is not to find a new drug, but to prevent the emergence and spread of resistance. Bacteria evolve themselves every minute. There is no way we can fight with them if we do not have an effective measure to control the spread of resistance. One of the prevention protocols is to survey the resistance situation so that we can set a priorities of situations and implement appropriate measures for the critical bacteria. In our study, we conducted one of the largest surveillance for drug-resistant bacteria in Thailand. This was a collaborative effort of 8 universities supported by Mahidol University under the Research University Network or RUND. My Ph.D. student, now Dr. Titiya, is the main investigator. We surveyed 47 hospitals from different regions in Thailand and also included university, private, and military hospitals with various sizes. There were 4 major bacteria that we focused on, including Escherichia coli or E. coli, Klebsiella pneumoniae, Acinetobacter baumannii, and Pseudomonas aeruginosa. Resistance in these 4 bacteria have been listed as the urgent and serious threats for human health in the United States by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention or CDC. They are also listed among top 10 of the bacterial priority pathogen list by the World Health Organization or WHO, which are of danger to public health, and strategies to prevent and control resistance are required. In our survey, we studied more than 180,000 isolates of these bacteria for major signs of infections, including blood, respiratory system, urinary tract, and sterile signs. Each bacterium was classified into 2 groups. The first group is the very high level resistant, such as those resistant to almost every drug we have, or resistant to a very broad spectrum antibiotics. The second group is the high level resistant, such as those resistant to many drugs or to broad spectrum antibiotics. Interestingly, by overall, we found that half of the bacteria we studied were in these 2 groups, which means that half of the bacteria causing diseases in patients were either very high level or high level resistance. The other half is mild to moderate resistant or no resistant. This is very scary. It means that we are in the 50-50 chance of getting serious resistant bacteria. In the figure, red is the very high level resistant and yellow is high level resistant. From all infection signs, E. coli and Klebsiella pneumoniae have almost half of them as very high and high level resistant. Klebsiella pneumoniae have a higher ratio of very high level resistance as seen in the red part. These 2 bacteria can cause infections in many sites of our body. In 2024, WHO ranks Klebsiella pneumoniae with very high resistance as the highest or number one on the bacterial priority pathogen list. Here is another dangerous bacteria, Acinetobacter baumannii. This is a common bacterium in the hospital. It often causes infections if patients stay for a long period in the hospital, especially in the ICU. It is also an important cause of death. Chance of this bacterium to be a very high or high-level resistant is almost 80%. This means that the treatment very difficult with a high death rate. The last but not least, Pseudomonas aeruginosa. The ratio of very high and high-level resistance was over 22%, although it seemed to be less than the other three bacteria. This is also important. This bacterium causes many infections, especially in the hospital. This is also a major cause of burn wound infections. In conclusion, I would like to emphasize that drug-resistant bacteria are a very serious problem in Thailand and around the world. It is important for everyone to understand the situations and collaborate to fight the problem. Not just the healthcare personnel, but everyone in general population needs to help. One of the factors that make this worse is the inappropriate use of antibiotics. Many people in Thailand get antibiotics over the counters from the pharmacy without a prescription or an indication. Also, we use a lot of antibiotics in agriculture, which makes them spread in the environment. Inappropriate use of antibiotics in humans, animals, and environment will stimulate bacteria to evolve and resist to antibiotics. If we cannot control this, the resistance situation will be worsening. Then, we will see 10 million people die every year from antibiotic resistance as predicted by the United Nations.